Hello. Welcome back to Alan Wake. American Nightmare. I mean, this is maybe the finale, and I still can't do the name of the game right. This is ridiculous. This is already fixed, so I don't have to do it. Can I just come on up? Oh!
You need to protect the telescope, or we can't complete the signal.
Fair enough. Hey! Alright, okay, I am cornered real fast. Stop it! No. Forgot I was using a shotgun. Is this their new single that they recorded with Barry? Yeah, that's a pretty fun shotgun. I wasn't sure at first. Ooh, what the hell was that? Oh, thank you. I wish those were on earlier.
There, I have it. But I wish these things would stop blatantly violating the laws of physics in my observatory.
Do that outside.
Are you all right?
I'll live.
I'm glad. I'll send the lift down to you. I remember our previous encounters very clearly now. But technically, if this really is a loop in time, we've never met before. I don't know why our awareness persists, but it's bloody fascinating.
Well, do all the research you can now, because it's hopefully going to end soon. God, the close-up every time.
I know physicists who would give 15 years of their lives for a chance to experience something like this.
I'd imagine that being stalked by horrible axe murderers would curb their enthusiasm a little.
Clearly you've never met hardcore physicists.
I'm glad you're in such good spirits, but
The signal! Yes, it's completed.
finally. If all goes well, this should be the last time we go through the loop.
You know, I just realized that I don't have any memory of what happens after you leave. What does that mean?
I
Oh.
don't think it means anything. If everything goes well, you just keep going. I don't show up here like this again, no more bad guys. Things go back to normal.
Let's hope you're right. I'd love the opportunity to look into this in more detail.
Looks like you've accepted the situation.
I'm a pragmatist. If this is a delusion, at least my first psychotic episode is anything but boring. Really, Mr. Wake, at the end of the day, I'm a scientist. I love mysteries. I love not knowing. Whatever else this might be, it's absolutely fascinating. I wonder how far this reaches. Is everybody in the world experiencing this?
Who knows? I think reality's probably pretty fragile right now.
Sound like you should work at the FBC. That'd be fun.
Doctor, I can see you're very enthusiastic about this. I'd appreciate a bit of discretion.
Are you suggesting that we should suppress this?
No, you can do what you like, but I want you to leave me out of it.
But surely, with the things you know, the things you've experienced, you can replicate any of these results. We could—
Let me be blunt. If you drag me into this, I'll deny everything. I'll lie like my life depended on it. And writers are damn good liars. Word of advice. This is things man was not meant to know territory. You get into this, chances are you'll open up a door into a world of hurt. Believe me, I know.
I see.
She gonna do it anyway. It's too fun.
In a strange way, he feels at ease. He is armed with his own words, and when the time comes, they will be enough, or they will not. For now, he's
Fair
content
enough.
to let the currents take him toward the final confrontation.
Hell yeah, final confrontation. I mean, hopefully it's cooler than just having a fight in the parking lot of a drive-in theater. Is it a parking lot? What does that count as? Like the audience?
Once more, we return to the drive-in. If he's aware of the absurdity of arming oneself with a few sentences and standing against a power that can pierce time itself, he doesn't show it. The man has his share of weaknesses, perhaps more, but cowardice is not among them.
Okay, this was smart, parking in the back this time. That's way more convenient. Why haven't we done that up until now? Well, I guess we didn't have a reason.
Oh, you got yourself a little plan, do you?
I can just shoot him with a flare right now. There, Mr. Scrooge is dead. Whatever. How do you feel about tactical shotguns? Okay, he actually kind of took that pretty well. It was kind of scary. Don't! I'm trying to hit you. Okay. They're angry now. Yeah, they's putting up a fight. Oh, it's you guys again. Those ones are kind of fun to fight. Get the heal. Turn on to power. They rearranged this room. How did they even do that? Grab some free bullets. Might as well. Boring shotgun. Flashbang. What's the pattern I'm making? Just this? Boop. And then all the people come in. Stop it. Huh, really? Trying to hit that barrel behind them. Okay, yeah, they're coming in the big numbers now. Is this the correct exit still? Oh yeah, because they busted this down. Whoop.
You're never getting out of this, Wake. Never! Don't worry. I'll take care of your wife and your life. You started sounding really desperate.
Okay, work. Oh, he swings it. You're the first one of those guys to ever do damage to me. Hell yeah, good for you, man. This is a real step up from the normal chainsaw guys. No. There's one that required 30 pages to open somewhere here. I think. Right? Hello. Suppose they have a lot of those in there.
Do it, but I'll send you right back to the beginning.
that a page? Yeah, let's get that page. Just do some intensive reading. Yeah, I figured you were. Jerk. Serena and Mr. Scratch.
When the dark man's eyes suddenly locked into Serena's, she flushed hot. They ignited a black fire in her. He was talking. He wanted the power turned off. He said something about the projector booth. She hooked a finger under his belt buckle. He grabbed a hold of her throat and twisted until it hurt. Somewhere deep inside, a part of her screamed in paralyzed horror, but the moan that escaped from her throat had no panic in it. "Pay attention," he said. "Business first." His eyes glittered shamelessly. Hers did too.
Gross. Alan, why are you writing that? That's really weird. We should go check on her first, though. I don't want to not help her.
What? You think whatever it is you're gonna do is gonna make a difference? This'll end up just like before!
For some reason, I thought he was going to rocket away with it. Get some of these. Some of the health. Alright, what do you have? Oh, a page. Focusing the beam.
There's more to fighting the Taken than just burning away the darkness that protects them. When I'm fighting for my life, I find myself slipping into a state of intense concentration that makes the beam of my flashlight seem more powerful and focused. I used to think it was just my imagination, something brought on by the adrenaline and fear of death. But now I'm not so sure. I've been touched by powers that I can't begin to truly comprehend. And they've left a mark. I'm starting to think this might be a part of it.
That is true. I guess they never really explained why he's so good at flashlights.
I've been around for a while now, you know? Well, you've been indisposed, stuck in the darkness.
Hey,
I've been busy. I operate in the shadows. Understand? I'm a little more resilient than those. I do my best work in the dark.
cool. Gross, weird. Did I see another page blinking somewhere over here? I did. The doppelganger.
It's obvious that for all his power, Mr. is an agent of another greater being. The dark place he came from is full of terrible alien intelligences, dark presences, and none of them should be let loose in our world. He serves one of them. He'll open the way for them if I don't stop him. But he'll do more. He'll take over my life. He already has my face. He already uses my name. He'll become Alan Wake in every way imaginable and corrupt everything, unless I can stop him.
Hell yeah. I mean, that feels like a weird page to get this close to the end of the game, like... Yeah, we know. We've been paying attention. Oh, are there actually a lot of pillars to take care of? I see a lot of stars. But we do gotta save Serena first. And also check out the suitcase up here. Which one was this? Sawed-off shotgun? Okay, yeah, no, alright. I guess that means we open them all. That's fun. Oh, another page. Up there, I guess? Alice's film.
I held the film canister in my hands. I saw her name written across it in big letters, followed by the title. It was a time capsule, moments snatched from times gone by, from a past that I hoped could also be our future. It was my salvation, our chance to be together. A tin can with a bit of magic in it that she didn't even know about. Something I could put to good use. There were only moments left before I had to face him.
Oh, that's so smart. Oh, that's clever. The weapon is her film. That's why her final destination is a projector booth. Where's that page? There it is, mounted on a cactus. The clothes.
The clothes I wear now I shaped from dreams and memories. It's an old outfit, originally from the 90s. The last time I wore it was when I was still writing and Alice and I took a vacation in the desert before our troubles began. The night before, we'd been at a party, and I had dressed to the nines. On that lazy day, I put on these old clothes, worn and comfortable. Alice made a joke about grunge. I felt a little embarrassed, but I stuck with them. We were very happy. I'm sheathed in good memories to remind myself of what is at stake.
Now I feel bad, because this is how I dress. Alright, go ahead and turn the lights on. Don't let her speak to us, because it's always gross. Lights.
Oh, hey.
I'm hoping I can put an end to this now.
You'd better. I really don't want that to happen to me again. It's like somebody vomited in my brain, like a sleazy movie that keeps looping in my head.
I'll stop this, I swear.
You know the part that's really screwed up? If you mess it up, it'll just keep happening forever, right? I don't think I can deal with that.
Don't think about that.
Please.
I don't think of anything but.
I mean, that is a fair point. Actually, no. What would happen if we died? Like, would the loop stop? Would these people be freed?
Hey, afterwards, when all this is done, look me up. This thing, I can probably help you deal with it.
I don't know. It's almost like I'm not even in the same world anymore. Everything's just weird now.
Yeah, I know. A lot of that'll pass with time, but being touched by the darkness, it's rough on you. It's a lot to process, and I just don't want you to get completely screwed up by this.
Might be a little late for that, to be honest.
Yeah, well, there's degrees. At least you're not at a point where you go around picking fights with people over not changing their light bulbs often enough.
What?
Never mind. All I'm saying is, you're not alone with this. And anyway, you're friends with Alice, so, you know, any friend of hers.
Thank you.
Sorry, was that a dig at Cynthia Weaver? She was trying to help you, Alan. Why are you throwing her under the bus like that? Oh, did we miss the radio Oh, I think we missed the radio show at the observatory. Dang it.
Hello, folks, and welcome to the third part of our pre-recorded interview with Serena Valdivia and renowned photographer Alice Wake. So, tell me about the film.
It's called Sunrise, and it really wasn't something I ever thought of as an actual film. It was just footage, things I saw and happened to shoot. It's not a medium I'm very much at home with. You shouldn't put yourself down. You've got a great eye. Maybe, but experience is another thing.
Because you're primarily a still photographer.
Yes, exactly. So I'm really used to thinking of the world in terms of snapshots. I frame something and try to pick the right moment, and then reveal that moment to people. Moving images are a different story. I'm still learning a lot about it, to be honest.
So, this is a new thing for you?
Or maybe I'm just a slow learner. But showing it like this is definitely a new step for me.
It's a little weird taking something this intimate and showing it to everybody. Not that the material itself is somehow shocking. It's just that those were private moments.
But that's why it works, because it feels genuine. It's not so much a story as it is a sort of an echo, showing us how you saw your husband at the time. It's not really about the sunrise itself or Alan watching it. It's about you two together.
I suppose. It's funny, looking at it now, especially now that it's been edited like that. It takes on a life of its own, almost. It's a kind of a fantasy.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, you're right. I'm glad you talked me into it.
Oh, now I can't wait to see it. And also feel kind of bad that we missed one of those. God, and it's right by the start, too. Ugh. Alright, where are your pillars? Sorry, they're fountains. Ooh, at least 4 of them. Right, I was just at an ammo box. What am I doing? Okay, let's try to destroy those pillars, because the light explosion will kill the enemies. Alright, you guys get out of here. Scram. There we go. 2 more. Wow, you spawned in real close to me. Got a real sturdy stomach. Wait there, wait there, wait there, wait there. How'd you dodge a giant bolt of light? Don't you run at me. There it is. What if I just flashbang it? Oh, you didn't die. Perfect. VIP access. Very illuminating person. So we can have a big fight with Mr. Scratch at the end of all this? Perhaps we'll find the clicker in there.
Again, the champion of light enters the final trap. The new reality is almost here. All he needs to do is change the details of the scene, push it past the breaking point, and the rest will snap into place.
Hopefully. Summer. Nighttime. Other movie. Sorry, Tom. Point it at the fire hydrant. And then I haven't read the other ones. Let's actually read it properly, instead of just getting the summary. Actually, how did I do for pages? 19 out of 21. 15 out of 16, that's pretty good. 14 out of 16. Dang it.
I'd found her film from the pile of containers in the back. I'd threaded it into the projector. I swallowed hard, staring at the screen, hearing her voice. The sunrise I remembered so well only moments away. And then Mr. was there, nailed by the projector's beam, caught in his own trap. He shouted at me, first in confusion, then rage. And then the sun came up and things started to burn.
Hell yeah. So it's... Movie's in here somewhere? It's set in the back. Spoiler, let me know if Alex's film is in the projector. I guess it already is in there? Sad the arcade game had nothing to do with it. Gosh, where's her film? We need to organize this place better. Here it is. Do you know how to thread a projector? Because that's not an easy thing to just do. Especially one of these. That's most certainly not how you do that. Do I get to watch the movie?
Oh, come on, buddy. Why don't you... What? What is this? No! No! You can't do this! All I did was take the things you always wanted and never had the balls to go for. It's my turn now. It's my life. It's my life.
Alan? Is it really you?
It's really me.
How? I love you.
I love you.
A woman, a man, two lovers, held apart for far too long, enveloped in the light of a glorious dawn. They both feel it. He's home at last. Are these actual events, or merely a dream? A memory, or a glimpse of what is to come? One thing is certain. This scene takes place in another time and another place, far, far away.
So wait, was this whole game just an episode? Is he still stuck down there? Hey, it's Post-Game Miles with pre-written thoughts again. So, I don't want to be mean, but I think I'm gonna be. This game was kind of a step down from the first in pretty much every aspect. Let me make a compliment sandwich out of this. Firstly, the recorded segments from Mr. Scratch are pretty fun and kind of impressive from a technical side, because the actual actor for Mr. Scratch in the clips and his voice actor are different people. So they had to lip sync all that dialogue, and it looks pretty seamless. You probably only notice if you knew they were doing that and watched really closely, so kudos to that. Okay, now everything else. The story is neat. The time loop thing is cool, but there's just much less compared to the first game. This one barely even has the premise of the first game. This isn't really a story Alan is writing anymore. He's written a few pieces, but most of the manuscript pages we find are unrelated backstory or info dumps about new enemies. I'll use this next slice of compliment bread in this sandwich of mostly criticism. New enemy types. We got the crow guys, the splitter guys, grenadiers, grenaders. I don't know, I spelt it correctly, but I don't know how to pronounce it. And the giants. Plus the usual taken enemies. Though we did lose the flocks of crows, and the giants were just upgraded chainsaw guys. Also, we lost the fast enemies that were like mostly shadows until you shined your light on them enough. There was also more cohesion with the enemy types in the first game that I kind of forgot just the variety that they have there. But in this game, the different enemies are much more distinct from each other. So I'll just say that's a good thing, because this is a compliment section. Okay, back to the criticism meat. The game's not scary. Was it supposed to be? I mean, the first one definitely is. We spent a lot of time running around dark, dense forests. But this one just puts us in the desert, which is much less scary. There's like no fear of enemies hiding behind every corner. The game also constantly tops you up with ammo, so there's never any tense moments where you're trying to conserve it, or just moments where you're booking it to the next safe zone to stay alive. I guess this next compliment bread slice will be a little stale, because I don't necessarily know if this is a good thing, but the game does have better combat options, like way more guns to play with, and they're pretty effective. But is that good for a horror game? Shouldn't I be feeling helpless against the waves of enemies and barely pulling through? Instead, I got a souped-up shotgun for the finale. I think my only deaths in the game were from enemies sneaking up on me, which is annoying, but technically an improvement over the previous game, where the game went all slow-mo to show off the arrival of every pack of enemies. I'm not sure which is better. God damn it, all the compliment sections are in with me not knowing if it's a good thing or not. I think I'll make this the last criticism section, unless I really go in on it during the conclusion paragraph. The coolest idea this game has is utterly wasted. The first level of the oil rig has you recreate the conditions from the manuscript in order to progress the story. You need to gather the pieces, then set them up correctly. That's a great twist on the story mechanics of the first game, where things just happen to you because the story says it does. In this game, you have to create the conditions for the story to happen. Anyways, that's relevant for the oil rig and then the projection booth at the end. Nowhere else do you do this, and that is such a missed opportunity. They could have used this to hide secrets, or used it in the observatory level at least once. Or maybe have the conditions change each time you loop around just to keep it fresh or different. Instead, it's just a cool idea used to its barest minimum. I guess the main takeaway I have from this game is that it highlights just how good the first one is. There really aren't any huge differences between the two games. They have surreal stories about fighting a mysterious entity, combat involving draining enemy shields with light before gunning them down, but it's the nuance of their executions that have created this gulf in quality between them. Maybe this game shines more in the arcade mode, but I'm not really interested in that. I played the first game mostly for the story, so I came into this one with similar expectations and was kind of let down by it. Oh, and one last thing, the musical fight was in the observatory in this game. What? Put it at the drive-in theater and have like a music video for the song playing on the big screen. That would be so much better. Oh right, the opening cutscene.
No.
Barry was watching an episode.
Ow.
Alright. Well, thank you so much for watching. A little bit on the short end, but that was the end of the game. And we will be back on Friday to get into Alan Wake 2 and see where this all leads. I am so excited. So thank you so much for watching, and until then, goodbye.